Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining us on another incredible journey across the open ocean. Today, we are heading far beyond the coastline to witness the demanding world of giant grouper longline fishing, where skilled fishermen battle powerful currents, unpredictable weather, and some of the strongest fish in the sea. From preparing thousands of baited hooks before sunrise to hauling enormous groupers from the deep blue, every moment is filled with patience, teamwork, and determination. Stay with us as we explore every step of this remarkable fishing adventure and discover how experience, endurance, and respect for the ocean make each successful catch possible. As the massive longline slowly rises from the depths, the tension on the hydraulic hauler suddenly increases, signaling that something extraordinary has taken the bait. Every crew member immediately shifts into position, knowing that a giant grouper can weigh well over 100 kilograms and possesses incredible strength. The heavy main line vibrates beneath the force of the fish as it struggles to return to the rocky reefs far below. The captain carefully adjusts the vessel's speed to keep steady pressure on the line while avoiding sudden jerks that could tear the hook free. Experienced fishermen understand that patience is far more valuable than brute force during these critical moments. Meter by meter, the powerful fish begins to tire, though every few seconds it launches another determined dive toward the seabed. The crew communicates constantly, watching the angle of the line and preparing large landing equipment before the fish finally appears beneath the surface. A broad shadow gradually emerges from the deep blue water, growing larger with every turn until the enormous body of the grouper becomes visible. Its thick scales shimmer under the sunlight while its massive head and wide mouth remind everyone why this species is considered one of the giants of tropical reefs. With perfect timing, several crew members secure the catch using specialized landing hooks while another controls the swinging motion of the fish alongside the vessel. The operation requires complete coordination because one sudden movement from such a powerful animal can damage equipment or injure the crew. Once safely brought aboard, the fishermen quickly remove the hook, inspect the fish for quality, and place it into an insulated ice hold where the temperature remains close to freezing. Rapid chilling preserves the texture, flavor, and freshness that make giant grouper highly valued in seafood markets around the world. Without wasting time, the crew immediately prepares the next section of the long line, knowing that hundreds of baited hooks still remain beneath the waves. Every retrieved hook is carefully examined before being rebaited or replaced if necessary. Damaged leaders are removed, rusted hooks are discarded. And worn swivels are exchanged to ensure maximum efficiency for the following deployment. Throughout the day, detailed records are kept regarding water depth, bait performance, ocean temperature, current direction, and the location of every successful catch. These observations help captains identify productive fishing grounds and improve future operations. Modern navigation systems store thousands of waypoints, allowing crews to revisit underwater reefs and steep drop-offs where giant groupers frequently hunt. However, experienced fishermen know that no 2 days at sea are ever exactly the same. Changes in tides, weather, moon phases, and water temperature can completely transform fish behavior, forcing crews to adapt their strategies constantly. During quieter periods, the fishermen repair lines, sharpen hooks, organize bait supplies, and clean. Every section of the working deck. Salt water is highly corrosive, making regular maintenance essential for keeping expensive equipment reliable throughout long fishing seasons. Safety always remains the highest priority on board because heavy lines under extreme tension can become dangerous if handled carelessly. Every crew member wears protective gloves, waterproof clothing, non-slip boots, and flotation equipment while working around the moving gear. Constant communication between the captain and deck crew prevents accidents and ensures that every stage of the operation runs smoothly. As the sun slowly begins its descent toward the horizon, the vessel continues hauling the remaining sections of the long line, occasionally bringing aboard another impressive grouper along with species such as snapper, amberjack, and deep water cod. Each valuable fish is sorted according to size and quality before being carefully stored in refrigerated compartments. By the end of the fishing day, the hold contains an impressive harvest representing many hours of preparation, teamwork, patience, and determination. Although the work is physically exhausting, every successful catch rewards the crew for their experience and persistence. Longline fishing for giant grouper is not simply about catching large fish. It is a demanding profession that combines traditional knowledge with modern technology while requiring deep respect for the unpredictable power of the ocean. Every voyage teaches valuable lessons, every storm builds stronger crews, and every giant grouper hauled from the depths tells another remarkable story of human endurance on the endless sea. As darkness settles across the open ocean, powerful deck lights illuminate the working area while the vessel continues following the planned fishing routes. The sea becomes calmer in some places but more unpredictable in others, and the captain constantly monitors weather reports, radar screens, and sonar displays to ensure safe navigation. Giant groupers often become more active during the evening and nighttime hours, making these periods especially productive for experienced longline crews. Fresh bait is prepared from squid, mackerel, bonito, and other oily fish, each carefully cut into portions designed to release a strong scent through the water. One by one, thousands of hooks are baited with practiced speed as the main line is deployed behind the slowly moving vessel. Bright marker buoys equipped with flashing lights and GPS transmitters are attached at regular intervals so the crew can easily locate the line several hours later. Every section sinks gradually toward the rocky seabed where giant groupers patrol caves, underwater cliffs, and coral formations in search of prey. After the entire long line has been set, The vessel moves to a waiting position while the bait remains underwater long enough to attract fish. Without allowing predators to damage the catch. During this waiting period, crew members prepare meals, inspect machinery, refill hydraulic systems, and review the next stages of the operation. Even while resting, someone always remains on watch because changing weather or unexpected vessel traffic can require immediate action. When a scheduled soaking time has passed, the captain carefully returns to the first marker buoy and begins hauling the line once again. Every hook emerging from the sea tells a different story. Some return empty after the bait has been stolen by smaller fish, while others hold colorful reef species or powerful predators that put up fierce resistance. Occasionally a massive grouper appears, forcing the crew to slow the hauling process and work together with exceptional precision. The enormous fish thrashes violently beside the boat, sending seawater across the deck as its muscular body demonstrates. Its incredible strength. Despite its power, the crew remains calm, relying on years of experience to guide every movement. Once secure on deck, the fish is measured, weighed, and recorded before being packed in crushed ice to maintain premium quality. Smaller or protected species caught accidentally are released as quickly and carefully as possible whenever their condition allows, helping reduce unnecessary impact on marine ecosystems. Responsible fishermen recognize that sustainable practices are essential if future generations are to continue harvesting giant groupers from healthy oceans. They avoid sensitive breeding grounds during spawning seasons, comply with catch limits where regulations apply, and regularly replace worn equipment that could contribute to lost fishing gear. These efforts reduce ghost fishing and help protect valuable marine habitats throughout the voyage. The vessel's refrigeration systems operate continuously, keeping every fish at an optimal temperature from the moment it is landed until it reaches port. Maintaining an unbroken cold chain is critical because even a small rise in temperature can reduce the market value of premium seafood. As the final hooks are brought aboard, the crew begins washing the deck with seawater, coiling hundreds of meters of line, cleaning every hook, and preparing the equipment for the next expedition. Although their muscles ache from hours of demanding labor, there's a quiet sense of satisfaction among the fishermen. They know that every successful trip is earned through discipline, teamwork, careful planning, and respect for the sea. Behind every giant grouper delivered to markets and restaurants lies a remarkable journey across vast oceans, countless hours of hard work, and the unwavering determination of fishermen who continue one of the world's most challenging and rewarding traditions. With the fishing operation complete, the vessel turns toward port, carrying not only a valuable harvest but also the experience gained from another demanding voyage at sea. The engines maintain a steady course as the captain calculates fuel consumption, weather conditions, and arrival time to ensure the freshest possible delivery. During the return trip, there is still plenty of work to be done. Crew members organize equipment, repair sections of the main line that suffered abrasion against underwater rocks, replace damaged hooks, and inspect every swivel and leader for signs of wear. Buckets of seawater are used to wash away salt that can quickly corrode metal surfaces if left untreated. Hydraulic machinery, winches, and hauling systems receive careful attention because reliable equipment is essential for the next expedition. Inside the refrigerated fish hold, the giant groupers remain packed in layers of crushed ice. Their temperature carefully monitored to preserve premium quality. Every fish is labeled according to size and the location where it was caught, allowing buyers to trace the catch and verify its freshness. This level of organization has become increasingly important as seafood markets demand greater transparency and higher quality standards. As the coastline slowly appears on the horizon, radio communication begins with the harbor authorities, seafood buyers, and unloading crews waiting at the dock. Forklifts, insulated containers, and refrigerated trucks are prepared before the vessel even reaches the pier, minimizing the time between landing and transportation. Once the ropes are secured and the engines fall silent, the unloading process begins immediately. Each giant grouper is carefully lifted from the hold, weighed on certified scales, inspected for quality, and sorted according to market grade. The largest specimens often attract considerable attention because their impressive size and excellent meat quality command premium prices. Buyers carefully examine the firmness of the flesh, the clarity of the eyes, the color of the gills, and the overall condition of every fish before completing transactions. From the harbor, the catch begins at another journey through the seafood supply chain. Some groupers are transported to processing facilities where they are cleaned, filleted, vacuum-packed, and frozen for export to international markets. Others are delivered fresh to seafood wholesalers, luxury restaurants, and fish markets where customers appreciate their rich flavor and firm texture. Every stage of handling follows strict hygiene procedures to ensure food safety and maintain the highest commercial value. Meanwhile, back on board the vessel, the crew finishes cleaning every compartment from to stern. Fishing lines are dried, hooks are sharpened, bait freezers are restocked, fuel tanks are refilled, and navigation equipment is updated with the latest charts and fishing records. Captains often spend hours reviewing GPS tracks, sonar images, catch statistics, and environmental conditions to improve future fishing strategies. By analyzing which underwater structures produce the best results, They can plan more efficient voyages while reducing unnecessary fuel consumption and searching time. Although giant grouper longline fishing can provide significant economic rewards, it also demands great responsibility. Sustainable fishing practices help ensure that healthy populations remain in the ocean for years to come. Responsible crews avoid excessive harvesting, respect seasonal closures where they exist, minimize bycatch whenever possible. And support scientific monitoring programs that improve fisheries management. The balance between commercial success and marine conservation is essential for protecting both the livelihood of fishermen and the ecosystems that support these magnificent fish. For the crew, every completed voyage represents far more than a successful catch. It reflects months of preparation, years of accumulated knowledge, and countless hours of physically demanding work carried out under changing weather and unpredictable sea conditions. The giant grouper remains one of the ocean's most powerful and respected predators, and harvesting it with a long line requires patience, skill, precision, and unwavering teamwork. As the vessel prepares for its next departure, the cycle begins once again, continuing a tradition of offshore fishing that has connected hardworking fishermen with the vast and mysterious ocean for generations. In the days that follow, preparation for the next expedition begin almost immediately because successful longline fishing depends on careful planning long before the vessel leaves the harbor. The captain studies satellite charts showing sea surface temperatures, current patterns, and weather forecasts while comparing them with records from previous voyages. Areas where giant groupers were consistently caught are marked alongside new locations that may offer promising opportunities. Every decision is based on experience, observation, and an understanding of how changing ocean conditions influence the movement of large predatory fish. Engineers perform complete inspections of the engines, generators, hydraulic pumps, refrigeration systems, and navigation electronics to ensure every component is operating at maximum efficiency. Spare parts, fuel, fresh water, food supplies, medical equipment, and emergency gear are loaded before departure, allowing the vessel to remain at sea for extended periods without interruption. Hundreds of coils of monofilament branch lines are examined individually, replacing any section that shows even minor signs of weakness. Thousands of hooks are sharpened until they can penetrate with minimal resistance, while fresh bait is frozen and stored in organized compartments for easy access during deployment. Once everything is ready, the vessel leaves the harbor once again, heading toward distant offshore reefs where giant groupers continue to thrive among underwater cliffs and rocky ledges. The familiar rhythm of life at sea quickly returns. Crew members rotate through scheduled shifts, ensuring that someone is always monitoring navigation, machinery, weather conditions, and fishing equipment. Even during quiet moments, everyone remains alert because conditions on the open ocean can change without warning. Strong winds may suddenly build towering waves. Dense fog can reduce visibility, and powerful currents may force adjustments to the planned fishing route. The captain constantly balances safety with productivity, choosing locations that provide the best opportunity while avoiding unnecessary risks. As another long line disappears beneath the waves, anticipation spreads across the deck. Every hook represents a possibility, and every section of line may conceal an extraordinary catch waiting hundreds of meters below the surface. Hours later, as hauling begins once more, the familiar sound of the hydraulic winch echoes across the ocean while seabirds circle overhead, attracted by the activity below. Some hooks emerge untouched, others carry bait stealing fish, but every so often the line grows heavy enough to signal the presence of another giant. The crew immediately recognizes the steady, powerful resistance that distinguishes a mature grouper from smaller species. Working with calm precision, they gradually bring the enormous fish toward the surface, allowing its strength to fade without risking damage to the gear. When the massive fish finally breaks through the water, its broad body glistens beneath the morning sun, revealing the remarkable size and beauty of one of the reef's most impressive predators. Cameras capture the unforgettable moment while the crew carefully secures the catch using techniques refined through countless voyages. Despite the excitement, the fishermen never become careless. Every movement remains controlled because they understand that one mistake around heavy fishing gear or a struggling fish can have serious consequences. Once the catch has been safely stored, the work continues without pause, hook after hook, line after line, until the final section has been retrieved. By the end of another successful day, the deck once again reflects the results of discipline, endurance, and teamwork. The story of giant grouper longline fishing is one of persistence rather than luck, where success is earned through knowledge, preparation, respect for the ocean, and the willingness to face difficult conditions time after time. Every voyage adds another chapter to the enduring relationship between fishermen and the sea, proving that behind every remarkable catch lies countless hours of unseen effort, unwavering determination, and a deep appreciation for the extraordinary world hidden beneath the waves. Even after countless successful expeditions, no crew ever assumes that the next voyage will be easy. The ocean has a way of reminding even the most experienced fishermen that every trip presents new challenges and unexpected situations. A productive fishing ground from the previous week may suddenly become quiet, while an unexplored reef dozens of miles away may hold an abundance of giant groupers. Because of this uncertainty, captains rely on a combination of modern technology and traditional knowledge passed down through generations. Sonar equipment reveals underwater cliffs, submerged rock formations, and steep ledges where large predators often hide, while years of personal experience help interpret subtle signs that no electronic instrument can fully explain. The color of the water, the direction of drifting seabirds, changes in ocean currents, and even the behavior of smaller baitfish all provide valuable clues about where giant groupers may be feeding. During long days at sea, teamwork becomes the foundation of every successful operation. Each crew member understands not only his own responsibilities but also how every task connects with the rest of the team. While some fishermen prepare fresh bait and organize branch lines, others monitor the hydraulic hauling system, sort previous caught fish, or inspect safety equipment. Communication remains clear and continuous because efficiency depends on every person working in perfect coordination. Fatigue is an unavoidable part of offshore fishing, especially during multi-day expeditions, but discipline allows the crew to maintain concentration throughout every stage of the operation. Regular meal breaks, short periods of rest, and carefully planned work rotations help everyone remain physically and mentally prepared for demanding conditions. The vessel itself functions like a floating workplace where every square meter has a purpose. Storage compartments hold thousands of hooks, spare ropes, emergency tools, medical supplies, navigation equipment, and replacement engine components. Refrigeration units operate around the clock to maintain the highest quality of the catch, while powerful generators provide electricity for lighting, communication, system, and hydraulic machinery. Every system is inspected daily because a small mechanical failure far from shore can quickly become a serious problem. Weather continues to play a decisive role throughout every expedition. Calm seas allow fishing operations to proceed efficiently, but rapidly developing storms may force the captain to suspend work and seek safer waters. Towering waves test both the strength of the vessel and the determination of its crew, reminding everyone that respect for the sea is never optional. Experienced captains never risk the lives of their fishermen for a single catch, knowing that another opportunity will always come when conditions improve. As the years pass, many fishermen develop a profound appreciation for the marine environment that supports their livelihood. They witness firsthand the importance of healthy coral reefs, abundant baitfish populations, and balanced ocean ecosystems. Protecting these habitats becomes more than a legal responsibility, it becomes a personal commitment to preserving the future of their profession. Lost fishing gear is recovered whenever possible. Waste is carefully managed on board, and unnecessary bycatch is minimized through responsible fishing practices and selective equipment. These efforts help ensure that giant groupers continue to inhabit the deep reefs where future generations of fishermen may one day work. When another voyage finally comes to an end, the satisfaction felt by the crew extends beyond the weight of the fish stored in the hold. Every successful expedition represents countless decisions made correctly, every challenge overcome through teamwork, and every lesson learned from the unpredictable nature of the sea. Giant grouper longline fishing remains one of the most demanding forms of commercial fishing, requiring exceptional patience, technical skill, physical endurance, and unwavering respect for the immense power. or of the ocean. It is a profession where determination is rewarded. Experience is priceless, and every sunrise over the open water offers the possibility of another unforgettable encounter with one of the ocean's true giants. For many fishermen, the pursuit of giant grouper is more than a profession passed from one generation to the next. It is a lifelong commitment to mastering one of the ocean's most demanding fisheries. Young crew members begin by learning simple tasks such as preparing bait, coiling lines, cleaning the deck, and maintaining equipment. But over the years they gradually acquire the knowledge needed to read the sea with remarkable accuracy. Veteran fishermen teach them how to judge the strength of underwater currents, recognize productive reef structures, identify changing weather patterns, and handle enormous fish safely without unnecessary stress or injury. These practical lessons cannot be learned from books alone. They are earned through years of experience. Long nights on the open ocean, and countless hours spent working alongside seasoned captains. Every voyage becomes a classroom where success and failure both provide valuable knowledge. Some days produce exceptional catches of giant grouper, while other days remind the crew that patience is an essential part of life at sea. Rather than becoming discouraged by slow fishing, experienced crews use those opportunities to study new locations, improve their techniques, and prepare for future success. This mindset allows them to remain productive over many fishing seasons instead of relying on short-term results. Advances in marine technology continue to improve the efficiency and safety of longline operations without replacing the importance of human judgment. High-resolution sonar maps reveal underwater terrain in extraordinary detail. Satellite navigation guides vessels through remote waters with remarkable precision. Catch will reach restaurants, seafood markets, and dinner tables across many regions, where few people fully realize the extraordinary journey behind each fillet. Hidden behind every serving of giant grouper are days of careful preparation, thousands of baited hooks, endless hours of hauling heavy lines, and the determination of fishermen who willingly face the unpredictable forces of the open sea. Their work continues to connect coastal communities with one of the ocean's most remarkable species, preserving a tradition built on skill, responsibility, resilience, and an enduring respect for the vast waters that make every successful voyage possible. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the challenging world of giant grouper longline fishing. We hope you enjoyed discovering the skill, teamwork, and determination required to harvest these remarkable fish from the depths of the ocean. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like the video, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world's most demanding fisheries. Until next time, thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you on our next ocean adventure.